The Little Pine Tree. The little pine tree stood in a valley below the great stone house. It was quiet there, the rustling wind in the tops of tall trees surrounded like singing. One day, laughing and shouting children came into the quiet valley for Christmas trees. This one, that one, the children shouted, pointing to different trees. Over and over, someone pointed to the little pine tree, but each time a man led them to another tree. The little pine tree did not know that the people who lived on the hill wanted to save the tree. The next day, the little pine tree heard happy voices again. It was Norman, Nancy, and Barbara who lived in the valley. "Ho! This will be our Christmas tree," shouted Norman. "I thought we had to have a make-believe Christmas this year," said Nancy. "It won't cost any money to come and pretend this is our Christmas tree." That's cool. "Oh, we'll have make-believe presents under it then," decided Nancy. Barbara, who was the smallest, wanted a soft bunny with pink ears. Norman wanted a sled with shiny runners that would go like the wind. Nancy decided she would have a make-believe doll in a make-believe cradle. The children were telling each other about their gifts when someone said hi. It was Don and Clarice Wyman who were visiting in the big house on the hill. "Is this your Christmas tree?" asked Don in a puzzled way. "Well, we're pretending it is. We can have make-believe presents under a tree then." Don and Clarice asked many questions about make-believe gifts. They wondered about a Christmas like that. On the way back up the hill, Don and Clarice kept thinking about make-believe gifts. "Wouldn't it be fun if the make-believe gifts under the little pine tree could be real ones?" asked Clarice suddenly. "Wouldn't it be fun for Norman to find one of our sleds under the tree?" "But how could we race then?" Clarice asked. Clarice had twin dolls and twin cradles, but if she gave one away, she wouldn't have twins anymore. Don and Clarice couldn't think of any way to make the make-believe gifts become real. When Christmas morning came, something wonderful had happened. Every branch of the little pine tree glistened with frost in the sunlight. Norman, Nancy, and Barbara came running to see the beautiful little pine tree. Norman stopped. There was a sled under the tree. It had a card on it with Norman printed on it. Nancy found a beautiful doll in a cradle with her name on it. Barbara found a little white toy rabbit. There wasn't any card, but she knew it was hers. The little pine tree, listening to the merry sounds, trembled at the wonder of it. High on the hill, Don and Clarice were talking, taking turns sliding downhill. "Wasn't it fun?" asked Clarice. "Wasn't it?" laughed Don. Wasn't it? laughed Don. They were thinking of the fun it had been to help the little pine tree bring Christmas joy. The end.